The city of Austin is excited to see South by Southwest back in action. People have been arriving all morning to check out various exhibits. KVUE cultural reporter Brittany is among them, live in downtown Austin to show us one art exhibit you can see out South by. How exciting, Brittany. How are you doing?
Oh my gosh, Jenny, I am excited. It's a little bit cold out here, but once you get in, you actually see the exhibit. It is amazing and definitely a sight to see. So if you have a badge, come by and check out this exhibit. Let me introduce you to Jax. Jax is the creative producer behind this. It's so amazing. So for people who don't know what Meow Wolf is, tell them a little bit about it.
Well, Meow Wolf is a creative artist collective that inspires creativity to people through art, exploration, and play.
So the first one is located in Santa Fe.
Correct.
I'm from New Mexico, so that's how I know about Meow Wolf. And it is just such an immersive experience. So how did this actual exhibit come to be? You all were going and wanted to reconnect?
Yeah, so what we did was, this is a trip into the artist's subconscious of the Meow Wolf artist. We wanted to come back together after opening 2 large exhibits and just collectively work on projects throughout the teams in different departments. It included narrative teams and tech teams, and everybody was painting and sculpting and making these things happen. So it's really a trip through the subconscious of all of these artists.
But all of the different groups got to have a little bit of say in this. They touched it in a little bit of ways.
Yeah.
So when people come in, what can they expect? There's a theme behind it, is that right?
Yeah, there's a narrative to every single one of the articles inside. There are islands, sunken junks, and buoys, and each one has a story behind them. And you can come through and scan your phone with a QR code and read about the story behind it and get deeper into the narrative.
That's so cool. Okay, so you come in. At first, I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't exactly know where I should start. All I know is this has a lot of light, a lot of sound, and it's beautiful. But then I actually asked, there's people walking around that you can talk to and they'll help you out. But there's hidden QR codes.
Correct.
So you can learn a little bit more about it.
Yes.
That is so cool. Okay, so how long did it take you all to put these things together?
Well, we started working on the articles back in August. So it's been about 6 months worth of work to develop the art. We started working at South by Southwest installation right about in December. So just a few months here.
And so this was going to happen even if you all weren't coming to South by. You all wanted to get together to create this, is that
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And then what happens to all of the pieces after South by is done?
To be seen. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you said that you had opened up 2 new exhibits. So we mentioned you have one in Santa Fe.
Correct.
Where are the other 2?
We have one in Las Vegas. We opened up Omega Mart in the Area 15 building. And then we also have one in Denver. It's called Convergence Station. It's downtown Denver.
Very cool. Okay, so once you walk through the exhibit, and it takes some time, and one thing that I recommend is if you're going through, you could speed through it, but I recommend actually taking time, looking in. There are a lot of little hidden things in there, so take your time for each little island that you go through and see. And then when you're done with that, when you're done spending a lot of time in there, you come out here, and what happens out here?
Then you have an opportunity to fill out a postcard, do a survey, and then read more about the narrative. There's all these hidden secrets in every part of the exhibit for more hidden narrative elements.
I love that. So you can fill out a postcard right here. Yes. They have pins, and it asks, long ago you lost hold of an idea that you wanted to make real but didn't. What was it? Okay, Jax, you all will be here through the 14th, is that right?
Through the 14th, yep.
All right, you definitely have to come and see it. Jenny, what do you think? Is this so cool? Do you have an answer for that? Long ago you lost hold of an idea that you wanted to make real but didn't? What was it?
I'll think about that. But I know Shane and I were talking about the exhibits. I mean, you answered all our questions, but I did have a question about just the overall atmosphere. Are you seeing a lot of people, and what's the feel? Are they just as excited as we are back here at the studio about South by Southwest?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody wishes that the weather was a little bit nicer, but people are so excited to be here. I mean, it's been 3 years. I've worked at KVUE for 3 years, and this is the first South by that I actually get to cover. But everybody's walking through. They're amazed. You get to see such creativity when you come down here, and everybody's talking to each other about what they're experiencing. So, day one is so far going great.
Are you seeing lots of people? How are the crowds?
Well, I've only been here at Meow Wolf, but I do know that the badge line was a lot longer today than it was yesterday. I know that our photographer, Scott, he had to wait in line for like 45 minutes. Me, I went through in like 2 minutes when I came earlier in the week, so expect to wait in some lines, which is classic South by, right?
Okay, right. Okay. So just be patient. Okay. Very good. Brittany Flowers live in downtown at an art exhibit that is super cool. The artist said it took several months to develop.